Hey guys! A few of you wanted to know where Eeyore went in one of my latest tutorials. He wasn't requested, so he never made it onto the cake. And not one to leave anybody out, I thought I'd make him as a separate topper. I'm starting out with a pale blue colour, which I'm going to add Tylo powder to stiffen it up. This will help the body to keep its shape. As you can see, I use this stuff a lot and only have a little bit left. Roll the ball in the powder and then knead it all in. This still feels a little too soft, so I'm going to roll it around once more, which should do the trick. Now you want to roll it between your hands until you have a ball with no cracks, and roll it into a teardrop shape. Here I've got a block of polystyrene just covered with kitchen roll. The kitchen roll is just to make the block look neater for camera, because underneath it's full of petal dust. Next, take some pale lilac, roll it out and cut out a cape sort of shape. Attach this to the front of the teardrop, smoothing down the edges. With the Dresden tool, mark in 2 large crease lines across the belly. Also add tiny stitch lines where the 2 colours join. Place this onto your polystyrene and push a cocktail stick down so it's slightly angled towards the front, not poking straight out of the top. Take 2 equal sized balls of blue paste for the legs. Roll it into a tapered sausage and do the same with a smaller piece of lilac. Flatten the lilac and place it on top of the sausage, roll it together to merge the 2. At the larger end, flatten it out with your thumb and bend the small end upwards to create the base of the foot. Add a little water to the flat end and stick this at the side of the body, also adding in some stitch lines. Make another leg in the exact same way for the other side. The arm is also done exactly the same way, layering it with the lilac, but instead of flattening the fatter end, we are going to cut it at an angle so it fits against the body better. Add water to this and stick the angled part to the body, curving the smaller end out into a foot. You can make this more prominent by adding a crease with the Dresden tool. The other arm is made the same, except we are going to mark a deep crease at the elbow to make the paste bend better. Bend it up and then mark in another crease to bend the hand down. You can of course just place this on like the other one if you don't want it up. The head starts as an oval and we're going to taper the very top inwards slightly. Squeeze in the middle by rolling the paste between your fingers. Where it goes in, cut across with the scalpel. Now I have some flesh coloured paste with no Tylo in, and I'm going to push them together, smoothing upwards to merge them. Push up either end of the flesh and also up in the centre. With the Dresden tool, mark in 2 smile lines at either side, but instead of joining these lines, go straight down so they disappear underneath the snout. Push up the excess paste to make tiny little cheeks where the smile lines are. Mark in 2 small nostrils and a centre line all the way down the head and the snout, and don't forget the stitch lines. With the large end of the Dresden tool, push in eye sockets and then fill them with ovals of white paste, squashing them flat. Mark in his little eye bags. This is where I relate to Eeyore the most. The pupils are black balls of paste squashed down, and to stop him looking surprised, roll 2 small rice shapes and add them at an angle at the top of the eye for eyelids. Gently roll a small piece of black paste into a thin string and line the bottom of the eyelids with it. As always, add 2 small balls of white for catchlights. Slide the head down onto the stick. To make him a little shy, you can tilt his head towards his raised hand. His ears are sausages of paste flattened, and the same done to a smaller pink sausage laid on top, and then merge them together. Squeeze one end to create a point and then cut off the top at an angle. For extra detail, you can mark a line down the centre of the ears. With a little water, stick the angled pieces to his head, and for extra movement, use a craft sponge to keep his ears in place as they dry. His tail is a small sausage of paste stuck to the back and a small white ball placed at the base for his button. Mark in 4 holes. The hair on his tail is a black lemon shape squashed and then points pulled out with the Dresden tool. Add this to the end of the tail. Whilst we have the black out, roll 2 small sausages for eyebrows and lots of different sized black spikes which you will want to build up on top of the head. Then on his back, start building them from the neck upwards to meet the top tuft. Lastly is his pink bow. Squash a soft triangle shape and rock the Dresden tool into the largest end towards the point. To create the look of the fold, mark in a line across the very top. Do the exact same thing for the other side, place them together at the points and wrap a small string of pink paste around the centre. A quick bow without any folding. Stick this where the tail meets the hair. Once his ears have set, you can remove the sponges and he's done. A cute, bashful looking Eeyore, perfect for any fan. Hope you enjoyed this topper tutorial and are now glad Eeyore hasn't been left out. Let me know who your favourite character is below and hit the subscribe button for more tutorials next week. Bye guys!